So unreal. Watch you go.
Greetings and welcome, one and all. I am Dr. Wolf, and we are on the final chapter of Brony Dungeons and Dragons. And given that, oh goodness, today is October 10th, so it's been nearly 4 years. But I also think that it's rather interesting that also today, 10 years ago, My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic premiered its very first episode.
Wait,
It is in large part thanks to this show that we are all here today, that we are all such good friends, and goodness, how much of our lives have been changed because of this show. It's just wonderful to think that there's still so much more we can yet do because of something like My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. So I just wanted to make that announcement today.
Oh, wow.
It was destiny.
holy cow.
Oh no, I'm gonna cry. No!
Aww.
That which first brought us together has brought us together again.
Good omens! Good omens! This is gonna be awesome!
And I remember that, the first premiere of the first episode that we placed on Jock's channel lands on tabletop day.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Wow.
It all circles
Are you-
back.
You guys are all crying, and I'm just over here, like, tapping away on my frickin' phone, playing, like, Texas Hold'em, waiting for us to start.
Well, excuse me if I'm a marshmallow.
Aww.
See, the thing is, Ellie knows
Don't
to
get
save the
marshmallow.
tears for what Josh is gonna do to you.
Exactly. I am not
It'll go
wasting-
from tears.
I'm not wasting my tears, because if I cry now, I'm going to get a headache, and I'm going to save that for when we're actually in the game.
I have to stop
course.
crying so I can put my glasses back on. Okay.
Alright.
Josh, you have the floor.
Indeed I do.
Deep breaths, dude. Don't
Alright.
worry, it'll all be over soon. You got this.
Josh, you're so amazing.
That makes it sound like the path to murder him.
All right, well, let's get the show on the road then.
Alright.
In the last chapter, the war for Alatastica had begun, with the Cloud City of Cumelis as the battleground. Fighting through hordes of drow and other horrors of the Underdark, the party managed to reach Venom. With Jaminia asking for parley for a quick end to the war, the party and Venom began their duel. As our heroes edged on victory, Ravis ordered the drop of the city to destroy the Directian and the Coalition's armies in one fell swoop. At the last second, the diamond was replaced and destruction was averted. Asmodeus brought the armies of Alatastica together, along with Simula, to prove once and for all that redemption was worthless. Staking the spell Sanctify the Wicked versus his control over tieflings, he challenged the heroes to extend the hand of redemption to Simula and for her to accept it. Simula, to many surprise, accepted the proposal, incensing Asmodeus. Ravis, during this, had taken the opportunity to reveal his master plan, stall the enemies of the world, so he could cast Karsus' avatar. You all sit at the dawn of a new age.
Why do people insist on making these noises?
Increases atmosphere.
Many of the drow on Cumellis have descended into the stands. Males, females, and even children stare, eyes and mouths wide in awe as they await what comes next. The generals and monarchs of Alatastica's armies are a mixture of panic, confusion, and terror. Some are shouting in anger, blaming others for the situation. It is chaos around you. What do you do?
I'm focusing on Jewel. I am just trying to, get her to focus, look at me, and I look over and... Do I see Nyan?
Yes. Where is she?
Where did she go?
Somewhere in the crowd here-ish, I'm not sure.
She was there. No, she's missing.
There she is.
She popped out of existence.
Oh yeah, there she is.
There she is. Right next to Cal.
On the right.
And she's looking over at Nyan like, come here, I need you.
Immediately, Nyan rushes over. What do we do?
I don't know, but she's in no state. She's broken.
DM, where's Elvana?
Towards the bottom.
Right over here for you.
Amber immediately charges and slams her to the ground so she can't move.
Okay.
Damn it.
Just roll a d20 for your grapple.
Okay.
I don't need to do the modifier.
D20, boom.
Oh,
come on!
Well,
Lucky
here's
seven.
No, here's the thing. It's just I said just roll a d20 without your modifier because all it would take is just a 1 for you to fail.
Oh, wow.
Elvana
Grappling.
is
Oh,
The
okay.
There's wizards everywhere.
Okay, well, I don't want her doing anything like that again, so...
All right, so you have Grassville Elvana clawed her. Your claws have pinned her to the ground, but she doesn't see it. Her eyes widen slightly in surprise, but her face has remained placid.
Yeah, Amber just says nothing. It's just staring daggers at her, smoke billowing from her mouth.
Ooh.
Yeesh.
Faye Thurin stands up from where she was kneeling on the ground, and she turns around to look in the direction of the now pinned Elvana.
Yeah, Amber's not doing anything without anybody's approval. I just don't want her to do what she did again.
Ivan's gonna go over to Volio.
Yeah, you see Valil's face, and it's not what you expected. It's uncertainty, and you're not sure whether it's positive or negative.
Well, before I say anything, I'm just gonna I put his hand on his shoulder or his hand, whichever I can reach given my height, and I just look in his eyes and I say, "I'm sorry."
Sorry for what?
The way you talked about Ravis before, you said that you could not ever find a way to betray a friend, and what I said, I never intended for you to betray a friend. If someone asked me to go against my friends and what they were thinking, I would have had the same reaction. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I could never ask you to betray someone you thought so highly of, and I should have told you to talk to your friend and hear what he said. I'm sorry.
Valil is... You're holding onto his hand and you can feel it kind of tense up. He pulls away from your hand and then just looks away, just turns around.
Okay, Faethurin gently pulls Hana's arms off of her, and then she does something no one would expect and darts over to Elvana. And
I'm not moving. I'm just standing there, holding her down.
And she pulls out one of her daggers and holds it right against Elvana's throat.
Jalum holds Hana back in case he tries to run over.
If Faye's mad enough to threaten somebody's life, I'm just letting her do it.
Yeah, you see Jemania take a small step forward.
You. This could not have happened if it wasn't for you. You're the one who enabled Ravas to do this.
I know, isn't it great?
Yeah, Amber puts pressure on her.
How many, Elvana? How many lives? What you did to me, my family, to Jewel, to Aurelia, to how many innocent minds just because they weren't drow enough for you? How many innocent people were in that place, waiting to be sacrificed for the sake of your spell work? How many have you hurt, killed, twisted, and tormented, all to achieve your sick ends? How many lives were thrown away for the sake of your disgusting experiments? We're of the same intellectual level, Elvana. Your memory must be as perfect as mine. Do you remember their names? Their faces? Do you remember their eyes as they looked at you while you tore them apart from the inside out? I should kill you. I should slice your throat and be damned to the consequences thereafter. And if Amber's probably the only one who can see this, but the look in Faye's eyes, there is no bluff. She is so enraged that you can tell she absolutely means every single word she's saying.
Oh no, Amber! Amber is holding firm, but Amber is scared.
Faye then raises the dagger and she plunges it down. But when you look, it is a millimeter to the right of Elvana's throat. Like, it's so close that she did cut the skin. I won't, though.
Dang.
I'm not like you, Elvana. I value the lives of others, no matter their blood. Satarinuta Minfea, I value your life as well, no matter how contemptible you are. I won't kill you. And she pulls the dagger out and holds it right up against her chin. But I will see you rightly punished for the crimes you have committed.
Well, you better do it quickly, because you might not have an opportunity in the next 10 minutes.
Jalarum, don't ever make her mad.
Okay, Amber puts more pressure on her.
Jalarum walks over to Sorn. You still really think you can trust him?
Of course I can. We got this far, didn't we? We succeeded.
But I answer the question. You didn't answer my question 5 minutes ago. Is he going to bring back your mother the way you remember her, or how Ravas wants her? I know what happened.
Oh, sorry.
I know what happened. I know because he blurted it out when we were in Stygia. Actually, was it Stygia or Malbolge?
Malbolge.
I know because he blurted it out when we were in Malbolge.
All right. If you want to... He gets right up in Jalaran's face. All right, then. Challenge accepted. We'll ask him when he gets back.
Fine.
And then,
But
and after you're proven wrong, I'm going to kill you, Jalaram. And I'm going to savor the look of despair on your face.
You'll be sorry.
wow.
Wait, he's gonna talk to Ravis when he comes back?
Wow. You know, Jewel is right. Jalaram puts his hand up towards Soren's mask.
Soren's mask got knocked off.
Yeah,
I knocked it off.
Oh no. Okay, in that case, he grabs the mask that he had, like the spare mask from his bag. You know,
Yep.
Jewel's right about one thing. Then he shoves it into Soren's face. You really are blind. You really should have taken that mask off.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow. So,
Oh.
yes.
What I'm doing, I'm shattering the mask in his face.
Okay, well, So, yeah, the mask shatters, in his face, and, need to roll a fortitude save for this boy.
Good thing Tantamount moved. I don't know that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, hopefully that works.
Yeah, so the mask shatters and explodes, and a little bit of sonic damage, blasts right at about a 5-foot spread. And I am going to have to ask you to make a fortitude save as well, because it is a 5-foot radius spread.
Right. Okay. Give me a sec. Where the heck are my stats? There we go.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay. Oof! Ow! Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, my hand's broken.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
say.
No,
you don't-
Yikes! No, your hand's
So,
not broken.
yeah. As you do it, the mask explodes and shards cut all over Soren's face, as well as the sonic waves from the blast also slash his face, and he reels back. You also get a lot of shards in your hand, and your hand is completely bloodied.
Ugh.
But you do not move at all, and your hand just slowly drifts down as a small waterfall of red trails down your arm.
Ooh.
That actually makes
That's
Yeah,
makes
actually
for cool.
cool imagery, though.
Yeah. Jalrum looks towards his hand, all bloodied up. Worth it.
Oh,
Yikes!
All right, so you do take 27 damage.
Yep. Give me a sec. Okay. So. All right. Hopefully we get a healing session in a little bit. Give me a sec.
At this point, I would not disapprove of Owen grabbing you by the ear right now.
All right.
All right, so
Faith. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
so as the arguments continue in there, you hear Cassian's voice. Everyone focus! The fight isn't over! Our petty squabbles about differences in politics mean nothing when we are fighting for our very lives! The worst is about to happen, and we need to be ready to defend ourselves and all we care about! Remember what we came together to do in the first place! We must secure the citizens of Direction, fortify our defenses, and prepare for battle! Let's go! The fighting in the stance dies down, and after a brief moment, everyone looks at each other and silently but swiftly moves out of the stands. Cassian is about to leave too. He looks back to all of you, and looks back to Jaminia, giving a small nod and a smile, before departing the arena as well.
Well, Hana had covered her eyes, but she'll let her see that.
Okay, Amber picks up Elvana, like, squeezing. And then looks over to Jaminia. Do I rip her arms off to prevent her from doing that again, or how would you restrain this witch?
We'll see. I think you're restraining her. I think you're restraining her enough at the moment.
Amber darts an eye at Asmodeus.
Yeah, you see Asmodeus, and he's just sitting very pensively, and he's just been silently observing everything that's been going on.
You know, Granddad, you may be his first victim. Ever thought of that?
Asmodeus doesn't reply. He just stands up and begins walking away. It's been a very strange day, and I think I need a moment to take this in.
Oh, Amber starts walking towards him.
With a lot.
Running? We have unfinished business, you and I.
He looks over. He looks over his shoulder. What is it?
I am Amber Hawthorne. Amber throws Elvana towards Owen. Not at Owen, just towards him.
Yes.
I swear if you said
Have
the
fun
right-
with that. Yeah, Amber basically just says, have fun with that. Marches up to Asmodeus.
All right.
Don't do
All right.
stupid.
I swore a promise. You, me, right now.
Amber,
no.
no, okay, Faith Thurin's voice is very quiet, and it's like trembling. Amber, please, no, not now. Not now. And it sounds like she is desperately trying to hold back tears.
Asmodeus looks her up and down. Brain check. He vanishes.
Okay, Amber roars and punches where he was.
My song now is not the time for petty anger. The fate of the world is at stake. Look me in the eyes. Is it worth it right now? Tell me.
Brain check. Amber gently picks up Ivan and nods to him.
He nods back.
All right.
Out of character, that was awesome.
Oh no! I was so scared! I can't believe I did that.
All right. So
Okay,
Okay.
okay, at that exact...
And-
sorry, go ahead.
all right. With a blinding flash of light, you see a figure careening towards the arena.
So it begins.
Oh.
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 Brony.
Oh,
Bronius is mad.
Now, pieces of Heronius' armor have melted away. His sword of lightning lay in pieces. His helmet is missing half a chunk. And he smells of ozone and decay. Jaminia immediately runs to his side.
Hana follows her aunt.
Erroneous?
Ravis! We cannot stop him! Corellin was one of the strongest of us. And then Ravis has devoured Loth's power as well. He has already killed several.
What?
Yeah,
What's
Samuel
power-
blinks twice.
But then,
Yeah.
my father.
Wait a minute! Oh boy.
Simula blinks twice. Wow. Dodged that bullet.
Now is not the time, Mom!
He tries leaning up against the pillar.
Ivan encourages Heronius to sit down instead, to try to rest as much as possible.
No! You don't understand. He can still kill all of you. He's breaking the primeval pact, but we aren't strong enough to enforce it anymore.
Oh no.
So what are we supposed to do? Not even being a demigod could handle this.
I don't know, but you guys are nothing. You all are nothing compared to him. The only thing that can stand in the way is us. And oh no! Get behind me! He's coming!
What?
Jalum immediately darts over.
You sit, and immediately another crash down.
Again.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
Yikes.
crap.
You see Ravis, but he's different. His gaze is more piercing, more intense, but also strangely more empty. You feel a pressure emanating from his body, one that is certainly divine. But you feel almost a pulling motion coming from him, like he's drawing the area to himself. His limbs still as a statue. He slowly floats towards Heronius.
Amber gets in front of him.
Yeah, Jaminia as well.
Don't you touch him!
Yeah, it's just Jaminia. I will kill you if you touch him. Ravis looks down. Oh,
So, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Go.
Ravis turns his eyes on them, almost studying them now. What are you? Small, corrupted, twisted, weak, perfect. Parasites. I need to fix this. He raises arms and his fingers crackle with a spell.
Move.
No.
Yeah.
Move.
Get out of the way!
Immediately, you hear a voice, a cry come from Zaylin. The Messiah
is reborn! All hail the God King Ravis!
And the spell fizzles out. And he freezes. And ever so slowly, he turns the same gaze upon Zaylen and the other drow.
Soren walks over to Ravis very slowly with a
Soren.
hopeful smile on his face.
Soren, don't!
No.
My God, King. Is it finally time? May I see her again?
You needed my help.
Soren, you blind fool.
All of you. You couldn't. You couldn't fix yourselves on your own. You were all flawed. You were weak. You were corrupt. I tolerated it. I tolerated it.
Jalen whispers to himself, This is the same thing that happened to Karsus. This is Ravis's folly.
Oh no.
I will fix this. Suddenly, Ravis lashes out with his hand and grabs Soren by his face, squeezing him tightly and lifting him up.
Rhyme pulls Jewel's face to her chest, covering her eyes.
Hana, close your eyes.
I will fix this.
Faye immediately
and he
covers
sends magic
Hana's
through
eyes.
his hand into Soren.
Soren can do nothing but scream as purple and black energy courses through his body. His insides explode out of his face and chest, and the hollow carcass of Soren falls to the ground with a meaty plop.
Rhyme whispers to Jewel and rocks her back and forth. Do not speak. Do not look. I'm here. I will protect you. And kisses kisses the top of her head.
Utter pandemonium breaks loose. All of the drow in the stands begin to flee the arena, screaming. Valil falls backwards, letting out a cry of horror and despair. Elvana stands up, breathing heavily, and you see her magic flare as you see her attempt to cast her hold magic on Ravis.
Oh.
What are you doing, Ravis? Stop this!
You.
Is this what it takes? I get back here! Is this what it takes for all of you to open your eyes and see that he was just using you? Is this what you call a friend?
Your poison.
Hayden!
Ravis raises his hand and he just flicks it towards Elvana.
Oh!
Poison.
A beam of green lightning crackles towards Elvana and strikes her in the chest.
I've been just out of the way.
No, was that Elvana?
Towards Al.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he took me towards her.
Yeah. She begins to hold her head over her mouth and she heaves as purple blood begins to pour out of her mouth and eyes. And you can see the ends of her fingers and feet begin to turn black and rot. She doubles over onto the ground, convulsing and gasping for breath.
That's poison for a spider.
Okay, DM question.
Yes?
How many people can Amber physically carry?
As many as can fit onto her, as many as can fit onto her back, as well as
In her claws?
let me check.
Because I'm reading the room. I am reading the room. Tactical retreat.
She can lift about 700 pounds.
I can work that. Okay.
7 people-ish.
Amber is gesturing to everyone still alive. Get on my back now.
So, yeah. Nyan slowly moves towards Jewel and says, it's like, cover her eyes. Let's be very, very discreet.
Her eyes are covered.
Jalum signals over to Ivan through the radio. Like, we may have to use that shadow walk.
Don't worry, I'm near all 3 of them. We can all go together.
Yeah.
Right.
Ivan, Amber whispers. Please be safe.
Meanwhile, Ravus turns his gaze towards Valil.
Ivan stands in front of him.
Hurry.
Ravus flicks his hand and sends Ivan flying into a wall.
Ivan!
Valil! Talk
And his
to
eyes
your
are still
friend!
on Valil.
Yeah, Valil is Valil's not moving. He can't move. He's just frozen in terror.
Ivan slowly he tries to crawl over
were
to
a
Valil, but he's
traitor.
too weak to move.
I
Talk
tolerate.
to your friend!
I tolerated the treachery. I allowed the flaws. I'll fix all the flaws. I'll fix it all.
Jalum signals over the
And
radio.
magic shoots out of his hands at Valil.
Ivan!
Cruel jumps in the way.
No!
Cruel!
Cruel is left in the way of Ravus's blast. It slams into Cruel, and he lands face down onto the dirt. Valil, wide-eyed, immediately goes to grab and hold on to him. He's currently cradling him, and you see that Cruel's body slowly begins to lose its muscle mass, and his skin is becoming increasingly weak, wrinkled, and pale.
You're a corruption. Monster. I called you a true drow. I was wrong. I was flawed. Flawed beings cannot be allowed. You are no true drow.
Even as Cruel bodies withers, he tries to force his head up, and he gives a small smile. My heart is drow.
Suddenly, Ravus's eyes go wide.
And Cruel's body becomes still, looking almost like a mummy.
Oh, Dobby's gonna kill all of us.
Tantamile is meowing pitifully and trying to get Cruel to move.
There's an odd look on Ravus's face now as he takes another step towards Cruel's corpse.
Yeah. But Valil immediately just shouts, and you have never seen a fire in his eyes. Don't touch him, you demon!
Suddenly Ravus flinches back. He's suddenly looking around, whirling, and no, this isn't right. No, it's not. They all need to be cleaned. They want to be no. What am I? No, I can't allow for the flaws. I need to fix. No,
Is there a knowledge I should roll?
He's gripping his head. He's stumbling back now.
Yes, there's no knowledge. It's clear that you can see that Ravus is struggling right now to control. And the arena echoes with the sound of slow clapping. deceive the heavens to cross the sea. Literally the first of the 36 stratagems, and you pulled it off on me. Congratulations, novice. You have joined the ranks of the fingers on my hand of entities that managed to outsmart me. And you've achieved divinity to boot, but... Oh no, this doesn't feel like much of a victory, does it? He looks at the dead Venom members. Such a waste of perfectly serviceable, loyal underlings. Guess this isn't what they had in mind when they said they'd die for you, now is it? Oh, but it's not even worse than death. You didn't simply kill them, Ravis. You unmade them. Their souls are now oblivion. The only evidence of their existence being your memories and their corpses. He begins to circle around Ravis,
who is now basically on his knees clutching at his own head.
See, Ravis, all sins are a form of pride, and yours manifested as one of the most insidious and misunderstood deadly sins. You showed gluttony, not for food, but for superiority and perfection. You could not limit yourself. After all, you, the greatest member of the greatest race, deserved it, didn't you? You continued to indulge yourself in that sweet, sweet nectar of pride until you became drunk. And in your stupor, you believed that you and you alone could bring the multiverse to heal. But when given the opportunity, when push came to shove, you showed weakness. You showed that you are just as filthy as everyone else. And during your duel, you acted with dishonor when it became inconvenient for you. And you murdered your most loyal friends because you needed to drink. You needed to drink more perfection.
Perfection, yes. Yes, I need to make it perfect. I need to fix... No, what is wrong with me? What is wrong? What am I doing? What am I doing?
Robert throws up black bile onto the ground.
The proof is in the pudding. Or should I say the proof is in the puke. You are not the one chosen by destiny to lead the multiverse to a glorious age of peace and order. No matter how much power you gain, you are too weak and too flawed to be the savior the multiverse needs. Do you realize that as long as you have this power, you will never stop? Or will you continue to indulge yourself until everything you fought for is consumed by you?
Get it out! Get it out! Get it out! Get it out! Get it out!
Oh. It seems there's some self-control left in there somewhere. That's one of the many things I actually admire about you. You are clever. You are determined, you are skilled, and you are always willing to make a sacrifice for the greater good. You're a perfect soldier. And so am I!
No, Granddad!
Black and white lightning arcs from Ravis towards Asmodeus. An enormous wave of power knocks everyone backwards to the arena walls.
Ravis.
You can barely stand as an impossible wave of power weighs down upon you. Asmodeus' form distorts and blackens and bursts into unholy flame.
Sweet Mother of Heaven.
Dear gods above.
Do you see now, Heronius? Mortals cannot be trusted with their own freedom. They are weak, unreliable, and given the chance, they will cause untold suffering to themselves and to all of us. For true peace, they must be shackled. I will bring perfect order to the multiverse. All of existence will be remade into an engine of power to ensure the demons of the abyss will never again claim a foothold outside their domain. This is what I was born for. This is why you made me. Erroneous can only look at the new Asmodeus in sadness. Oh. You were made to fight demons as effectively as possible. And I am. He pulls out his sword of punishment. Read the fine print. Asmodeus thrusts his sword into Heronius.
No!
Rays of light and electricity explode from his chest. Jaminia tries to move to help, but can only falter and clutch her heart, her eyes glossing over and becoming 1,000-yard stare.
Jem, stay with me. Right here.
Starjay gives a whinny of pain, and you can see his beautiful wings disintegrate into wisps of light. Asmodeus' voice now seems to permeate the fabric of reality. You don't hear his voice in your ears, and now rings like a trumpet inside your head. It is time, hordes of hell. Come forth and subjugate the mortal plane. Subjugate all plane. And to the remaining gods who try to stop me, let this failure of a god be an example. Jiminia's on the floor. Help me. She clutches onto Hana's arm.
I've got you. I'll help you. Don't worry. I'm here.
Yeah, Jim. Amber's limping over to her.
Faye reaches a hand out towards Jaminia.
Jem.
We got you.
I'm here.
Jaminia, please stay with us. It's okay.
Right now she's just hyperventilating.
Begrudgingly, Rhyme looks over at Simula. All right, great schemer. What next?
She lifts up her finger and then just curls it. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one.
Then Rhyme looks over at Elvana.
She's
How
dead.
do you
Yeah, she's not dead. You
Oh.
can see her still convulsing.
Oh.
How do we stop this?
I don't know. It's this. I never. Simula looks down. I didn't see this coming. That's
not you, Simula.
It was Elvana.
That witch.
Oh. Elvana, she's just. She's just coughing up more blood.
Yep. Okay, I just remembered. Amber looks to Ravis and immediately pins him down.
Ravis, his eyes are open and he's looking directly at you, except not. If Amber knows this word, she'd swear he's in a coma. His eyes are open, but they're staring sightlessly
he's breathing heavily. You're not even sure he knows where he is right now. His body feels incredibly limp in your arms, like a puppet with its strings cut, if you'll excuse the cliche.
Amber's kind of just holding him and looking back and forth. He caused this. Maybe he knows how to undo it. Can somebody help me wake him up?
I don't know if he can be woken up.
Valil!